thank you for the introduction. Thank you, FreeMind, for having me. This is, that intro covers pretty much what we do. We are a venture studio and a venture fund. We are both founders and investors in companies. Everything that we do is via collaboration. We cross-pollinate technologies around intellectual properties that we see in our sphere from government, academia, startups, corporations. And the idea is to come up with novel concepts that we work together with our partners on to act as this neutral landing place to create economic value for all of us involved and also see these technologies get to the light of day. We focus on the most glaring unmet medical needs, Alzheimer's. We actually do a lot in the neurospace, ALS, a number of cancers. And what we found is that there are phenomenal technologies out there that just haven't been able to translate successfully into the market. And that's really where our job comes in. There are three values that run everything that we do, which is massive financial gain, massive reduction of human suffering, and the protection of scientists' economic interests. And that is all designed to then be able to continue repeating the creation of these companies long into the future, and we believe we can produce some pretty phenomenal successes in the market for patients and for everyone involved. The way our venture studio works is we will come up with those novel concepts in partnership with with the groups we work with. That is a discovery phase. We run validation through experiments on our own budget, and then whatever turns out to be a winner, we spin out. Ultimately, the idea is to work together with a large number of groups to make sure that we produce the most successful outcomes. From that point forward, one of the big challenges that we see is that, and it's not so secret in venture capital when 90% of the companies that are funded by VC end up failing. 1% of their investments yield 60% of their returns. What we found is that we want to create a funding structure that is friendlier to the scientific development method that we think needs to be nurtured as opposed to antagonized through the funding method. And so venture engineering is the way that we do that. We work together with acquirers from the day one. We deeply investigate a pathway to exit, and then we work together with the founders to then build to order. And what that enables us to do is minimize dilution risk, which is oftentimes one of the reasons why you find people get overly diluted when they're building their companies. So one of the things that we do is we find a way to then minimize those types of risks. We place folks like navigators within the company. What we found is that one of the leading reasons for company failure is ultimately fear on management teams. How do we manage that fear? We place a navigator that's a high EQ coach, helping these companies along, identifying those issues before they become tsunamis on the beach, right? We identify them when they're just bumps in the water, and that way we can prevent the real factors that can lead to negative events in a company, and then also set ourselves up for the greatest success. FreeMind has been a big partner of ours. Working together with them, we've been able to get grant funding for a number of the projects that have come out of our venture studio, for some of the companies that have come out of our fund. It's a challenging process. We've been, to get grants. I mean, everyone here has dealt with that. It's led to us having some successes that we have been able to count on. We've been grateful to the team to getting us there. You'll see some of my partners here. We have experience in building companies, selling companies. We have the requisite number of failures and successes in the exits that we've had in our personal experience. Our partners have brought a number of drugs to market. And this approach is what the mindset that we bring to the table of really getting in and building, we think is what can really help take technologies to market. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all having me. And feel free to reach out to us if you'd like.